check this out.
Let's get cracking!
Welcome back, everybody, to our final game of the night. For those people out there with the stamina, just go through all 6 games tonight. I know you've seen some quality action throughout the evening, and that last game, intense and to the end. PA just not enough for the Peruvians to take it 2-0, which means we go into this matchup, the third and final deciding game. Sneaky Nick's Assassins versus Not Today, the winner of which will go through into the grand final, and the loser of which will play up against Navi US tomorrow evening. So let's see how high they can go. Who can get to the grand final? Will it actually be the South American team, or will it be TC, basically the former Team Liquid, with a really good addition? Ush was my man who was like, oh, this guy is so totally boss. He came out with some really big plays with the Earthshaker. When the last game, it really was Whitebeard. Whitebeard played extraordinarily well over on that SK. That moment in the Roche Pit's going to be stuff that highlight clips will be made of. And he definitely should make one for himself for that. But for now, there's a whole new kettle of fish, a whole new game. There will be no Terrorblade in this game, so we can't say this team's already won. He's still 100% win rate in this live stream. The Brewmaster be banned out, the Viper and the Razor. So, again, you're seeing Iwo banning out directly against SNA's picks, primarily TC's heroes. They take out the SK as well. They are not dealing with Whitebeard on that hero again. But in this game, I got a funny feeling they should be looking at the Bane instead. With that Mirana already being picked up, they're going to be looking at trigger combinations from SNA just to allow for a pick-off to then force out the tower. That's where the Death Prophet really does kick in properly. And TC's already got his Death Prophet, so his hero is already in the bag. That's just who else they're going to try and combine now with. Who does the Mirana work with? How did the lanes then come to be? Not today. They're very open for this. They've got themselves an Aegis Prophet already. Skyrat's mate's not really close into anything at the moment. That Visage might also be worth a ban right now from SNA, if they feel it's worth it, to actually take out that combination hero. And they're going to take out the Invoker instead. Well, Smash did play a really good Invoker in game number 1. That surprising early point up in Wex. All of a sudden, you got a Meteorite dropping on your head, and you're like, wait. You're not supposed to have that much damage already. You're meant to go for Cold Snap, and then have to try keep hitting me, but it was very much the opposite of that. The Undying last ban by Not Today. There's no aggro tri-lane, or at least not with the Undying as the core part of it. Coming out here for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. Now, Sneaky Nick's Assassins, who's going to be their final ban out? They look towards the Skywrath Mage combinations. There's VS in the pool. At the same time, you've still got Faceless Void. That's also there's another way that Skywrath Mage can combine. It's as if NoT want to go down that kind of road. You've also got Spectre available in the pool. The perfect hero for SNA to go up against Nature's Prophet. That's a little greedy, however, when you start going down those lines. Because if it pays off, then hey, you've got the game in the bag. Death Prophet and Spectre into the late game. Hell yes, you'll win with that. Depending what you're up against, of course. It's like, who else would you really want to try and combine with all of this? And they could have even been looking at some extra pushing power. It's potential killing power. Yeah, they take out the Visage, so they go back to what I was considering before, which is just the Drove Visage combo. So they removed that. With both Nature's Prophet and Visage, it would have been really problematic to defend up against split pushes unless you had the Spectre. And even with the Spectre doesn't haunt towards the Familiars, so don't really get what you're searching for with that. So SNA basically right now need to get themselves someone that can deal with the Nature's Prophet. That means they need a jump-in hero. They used the Clockwork in the last game.
10 seconds remaining.
He was quite effective. It was quite effective. I'm not going to say he was the star of the game. Obviously, that's still going down to Whitebeard for that. But really, yeah. You could go Storm Spirit if you wanted to. But you want to know your lanes a little bit better before you try and pick up something like a Storm. And they don't know what Not Today has planned. So you could leave that one to be your 5th pick. if you really feel the need, and just pick up a secondary supporter right now. But it just means you have to decide if you're going to go like into a jungle kind of role. The SK has already been banned out, so they might want to try and go a different kind of line with that. And actually, they do go for the jump hero, so they take care of the Nature's Prophet counter hero right now with the clockwork. Not an easy hero to try and get. You can see it coming from a mile away, and that screws the clockwork so hard, so hard. Start of a fight, he has to be the one to initiate. It cannot be before the it cannot be after the Spectre Haunt. The Spectre Haunt's going to completely screw up his hook shot in. And more importantly, Nature's Prophet's also got an army of trees, which can be nicely spaced out to make it so the clockwork's hook shots hitting in on a team fight is very, very difficult to achieve. So I'm really concerned that they picked up the clockwork this early on. Or at least the Nature's Prophet counter. I really thought they'd go for the Spectre over everything else. But, as I said, it is a great kind of lineup if you do that kind of stuff. Because Sneaking Assassins right now can just pick up Bane, as we mentioned before, go with the Mirana, and just get a +1 to join them. And they can punish the lanes. When I say punish, I mean like properly punish. Like, I'm not talking about with aggro tri-lane here. I'm talking about dual lane, just Bane and Mirana together. Their kill potential is already brilliant. But if you actually run Bane and Mirana as a support combination, they can go down with the clockwork and kill off whoever they want to on that bottom lane. Skywrath Mage can't really do much about it. Nature's Prophet, like, he can actually survive probably better than anybody else because he'll have his trees to take the nightmare off him. Or at least block the following arrow. And the early sages won't just have a leap into an arrow.
Reserve time.
And I would probably assume with the SNA lineup, normally when they do pick up the Mirana, it goes into the hands of Fluff and stuff. So they'll probably play this as a roaming support combination. And not today have to be aware of this. They have to be ready for this. The last hero from SNA, that's a complete question mark for what you can add to this. They can do whatever the hell they want to, really. They probably want someone that can battle up against the Spectre. So, enough damage, but also can contest them in late game. Or, you push really hard early game and make sure Spectre never gets any farm. If you're going to do that, you could pick up things like Pugna, for example, and just force the lane. You can leave the Death Prophet up on the top, but the Bane Mirana on the off lane with the clockwork, and then just say roam from there, and put the Pugna in the mid. Depending who you got up in the middle lane, because currently right now, not today, they haven't selected their mid hero or their secondary support. So 2 heroes which are currently missing. That's if we go with the norm, which we will assume they will. So Sneaking Assassins in a really, I'm not going to say solid position in this draft, because I'm still concerned for him. Like, this is almost one of those games you want to see as Zeus, and just go for the full global. They go for a Templar Assassin in the mid.
Dire team ban.
I'm still fine with a Pugna going up against that. TA is also not a great hero up against the Death Prophet. They liked her in the last game, got a lot of good momentum on that hero. But it was different because you had both the momentum of the Templar Assassin and the PA hitting at the same time. Now you got to wait for the Spectre to come into the engagement. Now that's not as easy. So, last ban out. They just take out a extra supporter.
Radiant team
and that'll be the Wraith King. And don't want to fight up against double one of him. And a Weaver being banned out by NoT today. Considering they only had a Skywrath Mage control, that's actually a really smart ban. It's actually a really, really smart ban. And then the Faceless Void comes in. A way to control the Templar Assassin, a way to control the team fight, a way to actually leap and follow after the Nature's Prophet if the clockwork fails. And also a perfect synergy with the Death Prophet. Just trigger the Chrono and let the Exorcism go to work. Mirana Starfall can normally mop up most of the creep wave, and we get an Earthshaker as the last one here from NoT today. This is really going to be heavy lane control early on. Potential for kills is still there from SNA if they want to, but we'll have to watch the rotation of the Bane and Mirana. That's going to be where these plays are made. The Earthshaker and the Skywrath Mage are more lane controllers. The Sneaking Assassins are the ones who do the early game initiating. If not, everyone just sits inside their lanes and just farms up the early stages. Alright, so off we roll. I also don't know why it's always snowing. I've turned that off. I've turned it off on my profile so many times, and it just automatically turns back on again. Oh. Smoke movement from Nyx. Wait, what do we got? Non-talisman boost. It's just early kills, as well as warding. That's all they're searching for here. They want to make sure they can establish a foothold in the NoT jungle and just push that Spectre back. That's the goal right now. So Flufferstuff's the first man down. He's got no wards, but he can actually do the Nightmare. Arrow is on the way. No one's close enough. That's a good 5 seconds. That's first blood. There's no way to stop it. They battery assault. They leap in. Spectre. Spectral Dagger was leveled, but she tries to get out, but will not happen.
First blood.
And she was even saving money. 106 unreliable goal was all that was left. Because everyone was there. Everyone gets 25 experience points, and the Void gets the extra bonus gold. So that's a really good start for him. If this is going to be a hand of Midas Faceless Void, because it is, it's actually going to be, it's going to be Ush as the Void. So he's heading all the way up towards the north. Farming up as much as he can, TC in towards the mid. The Bane and Mirana. This combination here is that Observer Ward. I think actually could have glimpsed a Whitebeard. They won't have a crack. They're going to go to crack too. Nightmare, it's now off cooldown.
The battle begins.
Arrow, Whitebeard just backing himself up a little bit more. Connects in, physical DPS. And sneaking into Assassins. I need a little bit more damage here. They got it. Spilled by Bane. And the Spectre. What are you doing? Oh no. I thought for a moment she got herself caught in the tree line. I really thought for a moment she got herself caught in the tree line. So now it's 2-0 in favor of Sneaking X Assassins. And then let the laning phase begin. Poor little Spectre. Backing up on the bottom lane. Knows the potential of these ganks. They have burnt through all of their clarities though. The Mirana as well as the Bane, but they got a lot more money for it. And the boots from Fluff. Getting close to having enough mana for another one. And the Observer Ward also down here in the bottom lane means they can search for anyone they want, but they want to come middle lane. They know with already the 2 kills, one support as well as the #1 position of NoT. The next port of call is actually what? Farming up Alpha Wolves while they wait? Alright. But the kill on Smash is the one they should be going for. The creep wave's underneath the tower. TC's probably just sitting there going, alright boys, maybe wait till I get a level 2 Crypt Swarm. Yeah, they're just trying to find their second level here. Mihawk on this top lane, 4-1 up against a 4-1 Faceless Void.
Radiant's middle tower is under
It wouldn't be as imbalanced if he didn't have the PMS. I said Mihawk will be the man with the advantage here. Obviously the Void can be a little bit overconfident. Sleep himself in, look for some extra time locks. Yeah, smoke rotation coming in here from NoT. Can cut a shot onto TC. The Fissure as well. He's not completely blocked in here, but with Mihawk also arriving, or maybe he is. It looks like he was able to run himself down there. It looks like there is a gap, but the rock edge came to here. So it looks like Crobul's just a little bit too fat to fit through the gap. So TC will die here in the middle lane. Not the start he's going to be searching for. Nice little bounding room for Fluff. That gives him his level 2. And Whitebeard would love to just throw an arrow, but Mike needs to actually lock the Spectre inside the cogs for this to happen. The Spectre might even be happy to fight that one. Whitebeard will show himself. Now cracks level 2. Soak up a little bit of this experience. Flufferstuff walks back past that Observer Ward now. He goes up towards the higher ground. He can see it, but the problem is he'll have to loop himself all the way around to actually attack it because he can't. His range is too poor. But it will remove the vision from NoT. So they are going to be completely blind for their jungle side because the other Observer Ward is deeper on this top lane. Now Skyrise Mage is going to try and help out, but Ush is 15-5 on this Faceless Void. It's been watched by the Observer Ward, but at the same time, first hit time lock. Drops him down to 2/3 of his life points. He's looking for another one. Leads himself in. Now gets another little hit over to Mihawk. Oh, yeah, you're seeing him. Just zoning him out. There's support coming in from Mystico. But Ush is going to feel almost invincible. 3 seconds until his time walk comes off cooldown. Even backtracks the orb attack.
A trifle.
So they've managed to bring 3 heroes to deal with this Faceless Void on top. Flufferstuff's already moving himself up here now to help. He'll be spotted the second he arrives, so this Observer was seeing into the tree line. So there won't be any kind of surprise from him. Faceless Void is still a level and a half off the Chronosphere, so he can't get any kind of counter kill from this. And at the same time, Spectre's got nothing. It's 1-0 up against a 27. The Templar Assassin is the only good thing that's happening right now for not today. The only good thing. So now Whitebeard He wants to still just get this arrow in, but Spectre's hovering very close to the creep waves, making it difficult to get the perfect line. And with this Bane on the top lane too. He's actually just soaking experience. He's not actually doing anything here. A pull point would be possible, but not going to happen. Skywrath going to just let the TA have that rune bottled up. Nice little regeneration rune in the bottom river too. But for all that running, like, you've already got Spectre. Like, throws a dagger, but whoopie-de-doo-dah. Here's absolutely nobody. So the regeneration rune does nothing for the Spectre apart from waste her time off the creep wave. But she can't stay close enough anyway. Mike's actually up to level 5 now. This is so problematic. Whitebeard's been sitting in this tree line for a very long time. He could attempt the arrow line this direction and just do the same time as Clockwork moves forward. And now the arrow almost hits the perfect mark. See, if he actually threw on the line I drew, it would have been perfect. That's a bit long one. Alright. TC's about to crack level 6. Same for Templar Assassins, so Psionic Traps will start to appear shortly. But probably more importantly, you're going to have that Exorcism available. And that means they can start forcing out the lane. Spectre, using the Spectral Dagger, just trying to get a little bit more space away from Mike 88. The arrow, oh, that's a big connection. Because they can just hold him inside the cogs now, because the Spectral Dagger's worn off anyway. So it's 3-1, the Clockwork will take the kill. And also the experience that comes with it, which they split. 170, 170. Alright, so Exorcism, he's not doing it just yet. I'm actually interested to see if TC wants to or not. Or his 3 points up in Witchcraft are more important to him before he triggers the Exorcism. He doesn't have mana for it anyway. He's got a 3-0-3 to start with. Smoke Gang coming the way of Ike's Mike 88. He's so close hitting level 6. The Cog's about to push him back out again. And now, okay, a lot more people come in. He's got a hook shot as he jumps himself out. The arrow only hits on one of the Treants. Whitebeard trying to come in to help him out, but not there in time. But again, 4 heroes being committed. TC being dove by Smash, and the Chrono holds him there. There's a Crypt Swarm also available from TC, and they have enough damage to pick him off.
Undefended.
So the Bane will actually do it with that extra damage. We'll see the effect of both of them isolated.
Yes.
Mystico just steals the rune.
Swift.
And a haste rune taken out by Fluff and stuff. He's already running up towards this top lane. He wants Mihawk just controlled for the moment. The Nightmare, before he could jump up, it's going to take a couple of lucky hits here. Leaps him, needs a time lock, can't get either of them. And Fluff and stuff with a haste rune. Oh, he didn't bring a tree. TP out, Smash. Nah, not enough damage. Not in time at least. TC though, he'll go down. Masoku's able to catch him out. Solo kill for the Skywrath Mage. Skyrocketing him up to level 5 now. And out by 578 points of experience. Again, we have Whitebeard waiting for the moment here on the bottom lane to attack. Ike's Mike 88 with the hook shot now. He's actually able to initiate properly into Spectre. The Spectre with that dagger. They're still rather problematic. Well, Mike actually stopped moving for a moment. Might have been purchasing something because he's actually at the point where he's getting actually almost at his blade mail. Still waiting for this arrow to come. Whitebeard just inching his way forward, just a little bit by little bit, but he has no vision outside here. This is the vision right now on the dire side, so very, very restrictive. And I was coming over to have a look, but Whitebeard's already deeper into the tree line. He's actually really, really deep. He can leap himself out at a moment's notice, but there's more TP support coming in from Masoku. So this could actually end up badly for him. 5 seconds on the stun. Where's your leap out? Whitebeard's moving his way up. Mike turns on the blade mail, and now Spectre can't attack him. Or maybe he can. The damage still comes in. Mike will take a fall. Whitebeard doesn't leave, so he's perfectly alright to get away, even with the dagger and the orb attacks. Ends up being a 1-for-1, but it's number 1 position here. They're still being shut down. This Spectre has no influence in this game. And this is the problem. Clockwork could die all he wants. He finished his blade mail. He bought the space for the Void up on the top lane, sitting at 3.9k. And in fact, the Clockwork for all these kills, because he's getting them obviously before he dies, is 3.4k in his net worth. He has a higher net worth than the Templar Assassin, who is 0-1, but also has 45 CS. The Clockwork picked up 37 CS on the off lane. That actually makes the Clockwork a little bit more important, which makes that kill a little bit more effective for NoT. But at the same time, I'm saying that their off laner has like basically 2 times the farm of the Spectre. That in itself is a problematic statement. Now, Mystico, he's seeing the Faceless Void here, but he can't kill him. With the Skywrath coming up, his invis is actually wearing off, which is the main reason why he can't kill him. The Spectre has no control over him. Void's just going to chrono, so that stun has to last forever. And now, oh, the Seal, the Mystic Flare, where's your backtrack lock? Not enough, but Wrath of Nature also committed. And again, NoT. They're just doing this with, like, a complete show of force. They obviously get themselves a hell of a lot for it. And at the same time, they're going to lose a lot for it. Nightmare on Smash. The Spectre Haunt's going to be used. Clockwork. So actually able to hookshot into this one. And they're going to hold the TA in position. Mike just turns on the Blade Mail and TA just kills herself. And the Haunt is now being wasted. So 2 minutes on the sideline for that. So some decent commitment still coming up from Sneaky Nick's Assassins to get those kills, but a lot less than NoT committed. What have we got coming out now? Drums for TC.
Middle tower is under attack.
Nice little DD rune. Just took it away for that time to go in and take out Roshan. They probably want the T1 towers down first before they even attempt it, but I don't know if they're really going to have enough. Well, actually, they'll have enough pushing power. It's just when they bring their entire team together. So far, they just keep everybody split. That's why Ush is beating into this creep wave right now. Keep that top tower pressured. And again, Mystico as well as Masoku. They're forced to move up towards this top lane to deal with him. The arrows scouting out. This nice little observer ward that sees them move in that way. It does reveal the fact that Whitebeard's hovering around this top lane. Normally I'd say, oh, you're low on mana, but he's got 8 stick charges up his sleeve. Mike now wants to have a crack at Smash. Battery Assault's probably the easiest way to get rid of those refraction charges of his. Ush. What are you searching for? It's definitely not going to be the rune. You can look towards the mid lane. It's not being watched either. There's an aggressive observer ward there. But there's nothing watching that top room for the Radiant side. Now Clockwork. There's a hook shot down, Mike. And he's going to TP out. They don't have enough damage to kill him. So he's away to safety. Another Wrath of Nature being triggered for that. I'm not quite sure exactly what he's trying to hook himself down to, or at least it was just to get himself down to the neutral camp so he had some space to escape. That could have been him. Faceless Void's almost finished his Mask of Madness. Combined that with the longer duration chrono. And NoT need to do something about this Void. But then again, they need to do something about TC as well. They're committing heavily to try and find these kills. They did get one up on the top lane before, but the second they do that, they commit so many heroes that they cause another problem on a different lane. So the more they keep doing this, the more problems they're causing for themselves. The net worth, 3,000. The experience over 2K. They're missing out on most of their initiating items. The Templar Assassin is in fact now building into a Yasha. So it's not even a proper fighting item with the BKB. Realizing that Fiend Script and Clockwork's hookshot's all going to go through that, and the Chrono. So Templar Assassin just tries to increase the stats for now. Oh, a little bit of trouble for the Spectre. Fiend Script holds there for a long time. Smash looking for a revenge kill, but Fluff's just going to TP himself out. Same with Mike, and Smash can't do anything about it. He's going to sleep there in the nightmare that is this early game for them. Get back to his farming. But you've just lost your Spectre for the 4th time in this game. And with the Faceless Void with the Chrono Mask of Madness, he's already on the hunt. There is now a fresh Observer Ward watching that movement around the rune area. But at the same time, this dire Observer Ward's been down here for a while, so Faceless Void is known when he's up against almost every single time. Now they're going to give this another shot. Nature's Prophet does have Wrath of Nature. He'll have to TP if they want to get this kill. Ush just leaps away. Evades the fissure. Prophet did start the TP, but it was already too late. And Haster in the bottom river is a nice one. They actually give it to Smash. They didn't pick it up on their way through. He's trying to get aggressive Observer Wards down. Flott's going to drop one in between the towers right now. Coming into the tree lines. The Spectre Horn's going to catch him out. I don't know if this is really the target they were searching for. Clockwork, hookshot up. Mike, he's actually killing off the Prophet. He Wrath-natured while the Blade Mail was up. Fluff and stuff, the TP out. It's going to be almost successfully. Dies back at base of the Spectre. And last attack able to seem transcending half of the map's distance. Now Void, leaps, Chronos, Mask of Madness, the arrow, it flew in the right target. But it was just too late because the damage is already done.
Radiant's
So
top
2 for the
tower
price of
has
1,
fallen.
plus a tower going the way of Sneaky Nick's Assassins. And they want to defend their mid tower. Clockwork's coming in with
Dire's
hookshot, but not
middle
enough. Actually, he's
tower
got 11
is under
one
attack.
charges. So he could just hookshot himself into this one.
Dire's
The
structures
tower,
are
fortified, hookshot goes to the creep wave. He turns on the blade mail, battery assaulting into Smash, trying to hold him here more than anything else. Actually burns the mana off Mystico. The arrows are on the way down too. Having to make the Earthshaker stay on the high ground just that little bit longer. Now Void, he's going for
Dire's
another
middle
attack.
tower has been
And Mask of
denied.
Madness, Mihawk. There's a Quelling Blade. He'll break through. You got a time lock. Cancels the TP out. And Ush, with a solo kill now, pushes himself up to 7.4k in the net worth. And this mid-tier 1 tower up against the DD of TC. The Silence, Pain Fiend script. Smash will come up and try and deal with this, but that's a double damage. Death Prophet with the tier 1 tower also taking a fall. The lead down by White, but he doesn't find anybody apart from Smash now back inside the lane after he's already left it. The Sneaky Nick's Assassins, they're not letting go of this advantage. They are not letting go of that grand final position.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Fluff and stuff. More arrows to fit. Like, okay, they're going for Roshan now. TC does have Exorcism, and they realize there's a ward watching him. So they get rid of the ward. They did throw the arrow out. So the chances they can set a trap. They don't have Fiend Script. They don't have Chrono. 22 seconds until that's up. It's the reason why they don't want to come up against it. Some Whitebeard just showing himself. Mike, hook shots up. Mystico, he's still in trouble. Nightmare over on the Skywrath mates. There's no combo. Now he can do it. On to Mike. The Blade Mail was already used. But the Skywrath Mage will end up going down. The Bane will take it with a double kill. Io, he's coming back up. He needs to battle into their faces. Void Chrono comes off cooldown. At the same time, TC triggers the ultimate. Most of it's actually going into that Wild Wing, which is more hilarious. But the Skywrath Mage has already brought back into the game, and I think they're actually going to lose everybody here. In fact, it's going to be a dieback. It is actually 6 kills in favor of the Sneaky Nick's Assassins. This game has just been turned on the penny. 6 heroes down for NoT, with the dieback included in that. For the price of 3, the experience and gold still going up for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. They don't take out Roshan, however. He's still sitting up here, but they also don't have Chrono. They don't have Exorcism. So the damage output is not high enough. Whitebeard, of course, he does have the Medallion of Courage, but that's not enough to say you can take out Roshan. Prophet's now trying to find another way around this. The Blade Mail pickup. But I think this is too little too late. Sure, you got no BKB over on the Faceless Void, but he's going to pump out so much damage with his lifesteal. And that's not enough to help you, and the Nature's Prophet could just be picked up by, well, yeah, Blade Mail versus Blade Mail. The Death Prophet can just Yule Scepter up, so you're not going to bring it down with that. It's just a little bit more of a deterrent. Now, Rocket for Vision. They got Vision there. It's a level 1 hookshot though, and Mike, now he's in range. But the rest of his team is just too far away. And they want to bring down the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane.
Tower is under attack.
Is Mike waiting for a TP? They're not coming. Prophet's trying to just force out the top lane. They let the tier 1 tower go. It's the right decision from NoT. They can't fight this right now. They need some kind of critical item, be it a Blink Dagger over on the Earthshaker, but he's got nothing. Now Bane. Oh, Mystic Flare, 4-star up. Spectre Horn as well. They'll bring down Fluff. But you just committed Wrath of Nature, Spectral Haunt. Your Echo Slammer is actually coming off cooldown in a moment. But all of that to kill off a Bane. With 4 heroes again. I can understand the fact they don't feel like they can take a big fight. But still committing that many abilities to get these kills. And you have no Urn over on the Spectre either. No Urn, no drums. There's no advantage coming from that. It's getting more and more problematic with the amount of investment. Their ROI is looking really, really poor. And you're seeing it. It's showing in the graphs. Now, Fissure. TC just sends him up. The arrow too early. The silence will come out, and already Mystico's just wanting to back himself up. That arrow connected, then this Earthshaker is dead right now. But the arrow didn't connect, so he'll survive. Fluff. Even with your 4-star, you'll be forcing a very, very touchy issue. Like, there's no Spectral Horn, which is maybe why they got a lot of confidence. And Void! Oh, that's big. 2 on the Chrono. Mihawk's trying to keep him out, but now he's actually trapped inside the Fissure. The Fissure held him off. But the Exorcism still did us damage. They got Mihawk in the tree line. The Skyward Mage goes down. The Fiend's Grip's still available for fluff and stuff. And Meteor finally comes out of the tree line, turns on his blade mail. The Whitebeard doesn't want to attack him anymore. Keeps away. They took the tier 2 tower. While on bottom lane, Mike88's not even involved. Maybe a rocket, but that's all. He keeps away, pushing him. He's getting closer and closer towards his level 11. And that means now all tier 1 towers plus the tier 2 towers on the sideline. And TC's walking around with 3.3k gold too. I wonder if we'll see. Yeah, it'll be a plate mail. He's going to go straight into the Shiva's Guard after the Yule Scepter. Mike. Hookshots in. The Observer Ward gave perfect vision of the Earthshaker. The arrow is going to actually snipe the kill away from Mike. And the full Mjolnir is already over on the Faceless Void. So now we can go Sparkle Sparkle. And they're searching for more kills too. This Spectre, 5k net worth against the almost 11,000 of the Faceless Void. Makes life impossible. And they'll see Spectre come back in here again. And that's a force after a Fiend's Grip. That's what he's searching for if he needs to. And he may need to. Fiend's Grip just does it the old-fashioned way. TP's coming in from the Skywrath Mage. They're actually Nightmare over the Templar Assassin to buy space for the Faceless Void. But it's not going to work. Meteor catches him out. Whitebeard, arrow into Masoku. The Starfall, no mana. Actually, he's got a one-shot, so he does have mana for it. And the Spectre Haunt will be used. He brought back to be part of this one. The Moonlight Shadow's been triggered as well. They had the dust, couldn't leap himself away in time. And Mike will wait this out. Battery Assault, Cogs again. Poor little Earthshaker. It's just not his night. He'll go down to the crypt, actually, to the Clockwork, whose Blade Mail is actually currently killing off Mihawk. And now tries to hookshot himself away at the creep wave. Not going to work. Even the Satyrs inside the neutrals are turning up against NoT. Well, it's a big trade-off. Team fight. Sorry, I close it quickly. I know it annoys Trance. It annoys me too. I hate actually seeing information up on the screen for a short period of time. But it doesn't. It's really deceiving, that information, because it doesn't show you the full team fight. So for now, the Bane still survived. And now they are going to do this. Level 5-second arrow over on the Roshan. Ush comes in. It's an instant time lock. And look at all those life points disappear with both the Exorcism as well as the Medallion of Courage. They get the Aegis Immortal into a Faceless Void. He's getting closer and closer to his BKB. Speak of the devil, you'll get one of them over on Smash. We should start checking out their items as well. I know I've kind of been looking at Nyx Assassin because they're the ones who are getting the kills. They're the ones who get the items. And I kind of feel depressed when I see a Spectre with 2,200 gold. No drums being completed. And now Mihawk also sniped up. And he's... Oh! Clairvoyance would shame you for doing this. An Orchid is a snowball item. It's not a comeback item. And if you really want to do something here as the Nature's Prophet, it had to be something more like a Maelstrom. Try and go for the split push, or if you think you can get away with it, get a side device. The Orchid doesn't do anything because it's just one of those things where you hear the enemies are going to get BKBs, and then your Orchid does nothing. There's already Yule Scepters available. You can go to like the starting of a Manta style over here on the Mirana, which is probably actually going to be just a Diffuser Blade instead. Tier 2 for a Tier 1 tower trade. Void's got Chrono and he's coming top to defend it. And he will. Where's the TP's coming in? Leap, Chrono, caught out 2. The damage into Spectre. He's even getting the Maelstrom procs. Moves over to the Earthshaker, and this is over. They're going to come high ground in a moment. Mike, a little bit of problem for him getting sealed up. They've sent the TA up in towards the air. Mihawk will TP in for this one. Just on the high lines, but now Battery Assault, the Starfall damage. He will take a fall on a hook shot. It's a triple kill for the man who has the handlebar moustache. Yikes, Mike 88. Clockwork coming out on top. Not to mention Ush on that top lane. This time it will catch it all happening in very quick succession. Now by 4k gold. A lot of an advantage. Even the arrows. Well, it'd be hilarious if it did hit him inside the Invis rune. TC getting bottle charges, so 3 times for him. It's not a lot of life points regenerating. Got another Yule Scepter coming up. This one's for Fluff. Thanks, Mike 88. 600 gold away from having his Aghanim Scepter. Courier. Ugh!
Dire's courier has been
300 gold on that thing. Sarah is still having a look for a target, can't find one. And And NoT still have the big advantage, the fact they haven't lost Rax yet. That's the only major advantage they have. So not having to deal with the amount of push power of both Super Size Me creeps as well as... oh, Mihawk. Oh, Mihawk! Is there any support here? The Spectre's gonna come in. I know if Fluff can actually do this with both Brain Sap, the Rocket coming in, one more attack, he got it! Nightmare Denial? But doesn't want to take this off. He brings the Treant back in again. So they will get the kill there. Personage's Prophet, so there's no split push available. And your cost is a Bane. This just frees everyone else up, apart from the Void! The eggs will trigger. TC's Ollie's going to get a pretty heavy work here on Smash. He's actually probably going to be dead before he comes back. Oh, again, leap. Meld. Need detection. They need something. The hook shots, the cogs, his BKB's protecting him. He strikes out at Ush. Mike, there's refraction protecting him. And now TC comes back up again. This ulti is still going to get to work. Masoku's going to get destroyed by that. And they find Smash right behind him. And they got him. Double kill for TC. And now the mid tower will also take a fall. Could have been a bit of a balls up there by Ush with his ulti timing, but either way.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Another big fight going the way of Sneaky Nick's Assassins. No experience gain coming in from NoT at all. They just keep losing more money and giving more money away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And TC with no ultimate. This isn't the easiest thing to push into, but they can do some heavy chip damage. IX Mike 88's already TPing out. They're searching for the Spectre. There's no Horn away. They just Nightmare him. Prophet Ollie will connect, but it's just Cogs, Battery Assault, and a point-blank range hook if he does just hook out, like Spectral Dagger out like that.
I'll polish my armor in your blood.
And they found a target. Your Scepter not coming down, though. I mean, Arrow's not coming down. But Masoku? What are you doing, son? Oh, man. He's gonna Chrono. He's gonna Chrono. This is the ticket to go high ground. There's still Shiva's Guard to help mop up the creep wave. It's just kill after kill coming their way, and the tier 3 tower will drop. The TA will come back to defend it. There's no fortification available. Oh, that's actually a nice little line for Smash with the side blade attack into Ush.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But the tier 3 tower is lost. Nature's Prophet tries to find any kind of trade she possibly can. He can. Fortification, fortification, fortification. It comes off cooldown anyway after your tower dies. You may as well throw it. There you go. And you've also got BTs over on... oh, he's already used it.
Dire's top tower is under
over on your Death Prophet, who could have come in to defend that. But Death Prophet is running towards the top lane. I'll just force in... well, they still want to try and force in the middle lane, because that's where they have their advantage at the moment. But a split push is obviously a lot more... on the side lanes is a lot more effective for them. Well, Faceless Void smoked up, TP's in, looking for a Refresher Orb build, having the Oblivion Staff. It's just nice attack speed and mana regeneration for now. Smash, oh, he's coming in behind him, and then hits on IX Mike 88. The BKB is to be triggered. Smash, remember the physical damage will go through that immunity. And Mike, he's going to hookshot through the tree line, but he's silenced up for the moment. Yule Scepter. That's what will stop the TP out here from Masoku. He'll still drop his ulti down, but Mike, he's too late. Smash has already TP'd out to safety. Hook shots down, searching for just the retreating hero, but he won't catch him. And it was actually a Diffusal Blade that came in for Whitebeard. This Orchid, I just don't see its... I don't see its purpose. I'm gonna Reaver over on the Death Prophet. This Heart's really starting to rapidly approach what they're looking for. It's Fluff and stuff. The Orchid will now go on Fluff. Now, yes, they'll get the kill from the Orchid. Oh, no, they won't. 25. They TP out before the kill actually happened. I'm pretty sure the feel pretty cut about that.
Yes.
But even if he got the kill right then, it still didn't really make the Orchid worthwhile, because you kill off a Bane with that, and even then you came close to not even getting that. Arrow. Arrow. Too late. Yule Scepter was used first. Clockwork's just going to hook in. They got enough control. With also the Aghanim Scepter over an IX Mike 88, they can keep getting these pickoffs, and it really hurts them. This Earthshake is walking around with Soul Ring boots and a stick. That's not enough damage. And now Smash. It's a very lucky fit. Oh, wait, bid! He got a nice little pickoff, but Mike, he could, yeah, Phoenix Grip, Battery Assault, and Smash is locked. This is not worth it for a kill on a Mirana. Even though the arrows obviously do a lot of work. Crop doesn't have Exorcism up just yet, but you've still got a Void with a level 3 Chrono and a BKB Mask of Madness, and he's just itching to use it. This means they always keep the hero advantage. The buyback not available for TA. She's short by 68 gold. There you go, your creep wave. Lightning bounce through. And he goes Disco Disco. Having that effect on him. Trying to beat into the melee ranks. I'm hearing a nightmare. It's on the back lines. His Ice Mike 88. For some reason, he's on 32 life points. He'll pick up a regeneration rune if he goes to bottom river. Prophet's thinking about TPing out to try and catch him. He's not going to be so lucky. And now, oh, they trigger BKBs and Shiva's Guard. But it does mean they'll bring down the melee ranks. Templar Assassin never came back up again. So the full mid ranks is gone, and the Exorcism is available for TC. So if NoT try and come out and fight this one, they will lose the fight, because there's still Chrono. Even though the BKB is down, it's just Chrono and Exorcism at level 3. They'll do the work. And full hearts also arrive for TC. Prophet. It's a ballsy TP to try and orc it over on the Void, but Void jumps in. The Echo Slam. They got the seal on him. The silence coming up from TC will buy in the space, and Ush, he just beats him. He wants some more space here. He'll just turn a Chrono. He caught his teammates, but it doesn't really matter because it buys the space for TC to do his work. 3 heroes down. The mid ranks is on the sideline. Smash. He's prepping for another attack right now, but well, that's only an observer ward, not a sentry ward. The buyback did come out from the Spectre. Mike not looking too healthy. We got Roshan now a minute away. So another good fight for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. Now have a Roshan on the back of it. And they look pretty well set. He's not up yet, boys. Yeah, but SNA look very much set just to go high ground and win this game. There's very little that can be used to fight against him. The Spectre having buyback on cooldown as well is not going to help their case. Because it also means that, like, sure, he's got a Radiance, but we're back into that point which we had earlier on today. There's a Spectre with a Radiance, but there's just no damage. I mean, there's no life points to survive the damage. 1200 is not enough. A poor man's shield and a bracer is the only survivability items he's got. Even face boots, he didn't have drums. TC, gonna find Masoku. Well, Masoku's gonna find him. Shiva's Guard, Masoku, goodbye. Silence, so he can't cast anything, and then a Crypt Swarm. Not that difficult to control him. High movement speed. Spectre moving us that little bit faster. They use the Moonlight Shadow. Spectre, no dagger for 6 more seconds, but there's no way he can know that. They come towards the mid lane, flop and stuff. He wants the Fiend's Grip. The Fidget's already been thrown. And now Nightmare on one, Fiend's Grip on the other. The arrow from the Mirana has to leap into the extra Starfall damage smash. She's taking up a lot of this, and then the Meld Strike into Whitebeard. Not where he wants to be. But the Mage's Prophet's already gone down the bottom lane. The arrow will connect on Smash, and I think this is actually it. With all heroes up from Sneaky Nick's Assassins, they're getting kill after kill. The Clockwork actually caught out the Spectre too. Will dagger away, but the Spectre's off the field for the moment. Mystico has no way in for his Echo Slam. And all they need to do is bring down the bottom racks. Exorcism comes off cooldown. BTs are off cooldown in 5 seconds time. The creep wave's on the way in, but the middle lane's already hit. So they can attack the tier 3 tower already. And that's exactly what Ush is doing. I think he's actually looking to pick up his... He's a little bit short of his refresher. But TC, just let it rip, man. There she goes. Blink dagger. He sold everything he had, including his boots Earthshaker, so he could do this. The arrow, it connects on Spectre. Hook shot in. This is the time to blink and echo. Mike and TC with a Fidget follow-up, but TC's only just kills him with the Crypt Swarm damage. It was a nice last roll of the dice from the Earthshaker, but it won't be enough. The buyback will come up from the Skywrath Mage. The Void's got Chrono off cooldown 13 seconds time, but even then, just his physical DPS is enough. The Shiva's got to connect and slow down Mihawk. The leap into the Starfall damage. Masoku's already too low on life. Another Yule Scepter off, flop and stuff. 4-staffed out, but in comes the BKB, faces Void. Triggers the Chrono to hold the Templar Assassin in position. Smash is gone, the bottom ranks is gone. I don't know about you, but for me, the hope is gone. Even Death Prophet has enough to buy a refresher orb right now. The courier is too busy. And NoT aren't giving up. They jump out, but flop the stuff. He's got Nightmare and Fiend's Grip available again. He knows with the seal there, there's no point in throwing the Fiend's Grip. Was going to be the last portion of my words. Whitebeard keeps the pressure in. Spectre's up in 12 seconds with an ultimate. This will be the very, 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 very last roll of the dice here from NoT. Wrath of Nature with the Spectre Haunt. The Templar Assassin can jump out in 27 seconds time, but the game will be over by then. They have to use their combination. Haunt and Wrath of Nature and the Chrono. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The Mirana's probably going to die because Mihawk is out here. Mike 88 just turns on his blade. I was like, alright boys, you want to fight? You want to fight the last remaining hero from NoT? They're in. They're trapped in the Ring of Death. But it's GG anyway. Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Michael finished at the last hero, but they get the GG call out. 2-1. The Peruvians looked very, very good, but Sneaky Nyx Assassins hit back. They win the series 2-1. It seems our entire American playoff so far has been 2-1 results. Oh, man. I think Masoku's been taking a bit of a leaf out of Mike 88's book in that one. And they're not happy with that loss right now. But that's it. That's GG. That's the night. Thanks for watching, everyone. VODs will be uploaded directly to our Dailymotion channel. That's for all the games tonight. They'll be uploaded over the course of the next few hours. And, of course, you can also check out the wonderful, wonderful place, youtube.com/JohnDota. You can find all of our videos over there as well. For now, though, it's a break time. A good night break time. And we'll see you all back tomorrow morning, 11 CEST over on Dota Red. It's the MSI Beat It APAC Grand Finals. A bit of Korean Dota cast by Capitalist. And we'll be back for the D2CL lower bracket finals, where NoT will go up against Na'Vi in the remake of that first semi-final. How will it all end up? Well, you'll have to tune in tomorrow at 19 CEST for that one, with the grand final to be played out over on Tuesday night. But there's a lot of D2CL matches coming out every single night until the end of that Tuesday. And we basically wrap up our open season. We go into the playoffs for EU after ESL 1 New York. So, great times ahead. Hope you enjoyed the coverage, and I'll see you all tomorrow.